Two, one. Hello, YouTube. Good afternoon. I'm Ayla. I'm here to guide this immersion today. Um, I Before we start our conversation, I will need to clarify. This is not a class. I'm not a teacher. But you can practice a lot here because it's a safe place. This place was created for us as English student, and feel free, okay, guys, to speak because here there is no corrections and judgment. Everyone here to practice and to build confidence and face our fear to speak another language. Here on Talk and Talk, you can practice, besides English, you can practice French, Spanish, Italy, uh, uh, German now. It's so good. And yeah, I think that's it. If you want to get more information, you can go website talkingtalk.com.br, okay? And okay, I think it's that is a good information. Before we start, there is a practice to try to turn on the 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 key to speak another language and to break the ice. And we always introduce ourselves each other. And I will start. My name is Ayla. I'm from Belém. I was born here. I'm married. I have one daughter. I have a little dog. Uh, I so appreciated dogs, guys. Uh, and I work as a public servant. I work in a judicial area over 10 years. But I confess sometimes it's so stressful. I think because this, I like to talk about this subject, to work-life balance and to get some strategies to get over the stressful, the overwhelming feelings is so bad. And yeah, I think that's it for now about myself. And now, Luis, could you introduce yourself, please?
Yes, hello everyone. My name is Luis. I'm from Campo Grande City. I am 44 years old and I am a data analyst. And my spare time, I like to learn about music, listen music. I love to watch movies and some series and make some outside activities.
Nice, nice, so good. Thank you, Luis. Arnaldo, please go ahead.
Okay, right. Um, my name is Arnaldo. I'm married with Adriane. I have two daughters, and I was a biology teacher, or I've been biology teacher for many years, and uh, I live in Carapicuíba, close to São Paulo City. Middle. This is a medium-sized city. Um, in my free time, I like practice outdoors activities with my family or my friends. I like practice many sports, walking, cycling, and fishing maybe. And I love travel around Brazil as possible. And that's it.
Thank you, Arnaldo. It's a pleasure to welcome you and other guys here. Thank you. Juliano, please.
Of course, before I introduce myself, guys, I'd like to talk that in my city it's raining a lot, so sorry for the noise sounds here. My name is Juliano. I'm 21 years old. I am a science and technology student, and I live in São Bernardo do Campo. And my hobbies are working out in the gym, read manhwas, and watch animes. That's it about me.
Okay, guys. Thank you. And now we can start answer the questions. Arnaldo, could you read the first one? Start discussing the
Okay.
question number 2. Yeah.
Okay. Question number 2. What are the main barriers you are faced when trying to maintain a work-life balance? Firstly, I'd like to tell you about my last job because I'm an employee currently right now. And when I was a teacher, I always had difficulty maintain a work-life balance because I had a lot of exams and schoolwork to correct. And this moment is just to find my possible to change another career because I'm tired, I'm exhausted by profession. And I think my main barriers was the lack of time, yeah, to balance it between my work life with my stay with my family.
Yeah, I totally understand you. I think I always heard about from teachers what you said. It's a difficult, a bad routine to finish and they correct a lot of exams, and I think it's a routine hard to have a time to spend time with your family, and but do you miss something about your ex-career as a teacher, Arnaldo?
Oh, sorry.
Do you miss something? Uh, uh, Maybe do did you like it when you were teaching? Uh, what did you think this or not?
So that I missed the hour with my family or
No,
no?
as a teacher, when you were a teacher, because nowadays you are not a teacher anymore, okay? Yeah?
Yeah,
No?
I'm employed. No.
Yeah. Yeah, I asked you if you miss when you were a teacher or not.
The I don't understand exactly the mist. Do you know about this? The perder,
Uh,
tired.
yeah, when you were a teacher, did you like it, something about or not?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've been biology teacher for many years. 18 years exactly. But
Mm,
during this period, I like it, my profession, but I'm tired. I uh, I think it is uh, uh, when I started to study biology, for example, I'd like to a biologist. Simultaneously, biologist is different biology teacher. I'd like to work with research. Yeah, in Brazil is very difficult to work with this career. Um, Sometimes the career we go to all people migrate to biology teacher. And during this period, I love because I learned about a lot of things, specifically to relationship between the people, relation, uh, my specifically topics about the biologists and other things. But um, approximately 3 years ago, uh, I discussed with my family about my possibility to change another career because I'm tired, specifically because we we don't have time to practice to life to para viver.
Mhm,
Yeah.
mhm. I got it. Thank you, Arnaldo. I totally understand you. Okay, now, Luis, what do you think about this question?
Well, I was thinking here, and I think the main barriers that I face it's myself because I was in my previous job when I was a public servant as well. I spent 20 to 24 years working in public service and the first 10 years was okay, but after became a total nightmare because I spent a lot of time, like Arnaud said, away from my family, thinking during the night, bad sleeping, and I become a very anxious guy and overwhelming too much. I spend, I think, about a lot of years without vacations because you are always looking for a new position, best salary, a better salary, and you can't realize at that moment that you are worse in your health, for instance. And after when I was close to make my fourth anniversary, I start to change my career. And the pandemic came together, and I started slowly to change my career because uh, public service is not a dream. It's very very difficult because you start when with a good salary, but with the years your salary is so bad, and you start to overwhelm. You start to work it double, and I think it's something like that.
I totally agree because I'm a public servant. And I know it's complicated, and I work in a judiciary, and it's so stressful sometimes because I work with deadline, and all the time you need to solve problems, and it's related to people's lives, and people feel so angry because the judiciary is so slow and that there is a bureaucracy And I totally understand you. It's no motivated.
Yes, and
I think, oh, sorry, go ahead.
no, it's very sad because you don't have that idea that you have a great salary. And I was so close to have a burnout that my wife talked to me, and she was a very, very good partner to incentivize me to left this good job, and because our life was becoming, like I said before, a totally nightmare. And now I'm start again, you know, but it's very, very complicated.
Complicated. I think because this, I decided to do something different, and I decided to study languages because it's a way to get out my comfort zone and to feel alive, So because I don't know, okay, I I earn a medium salary, okay. I can support my family. I can do the things I like to do to pay what I need, but I don't feel fulfillment. I
Yeah,
think.
I totally understand you because it's not easy. I think because you have so many things to do at the same time. In general, in all Brazil, entire Brazil is the same thing. You don't have ideal work conditions to work, you know. So it's very complicated.
It's
Yeah,
it's
you have
sad.
you
I
said
consider it sad.
you have stability, but for me, don't work.
I totally understand you. Okay, thank you, Luis. And now, Juliano, what are your opinion, please?
About me, currently I am unemployed, so I have more balance about life and other things because I am just a student from my college. But when I was working, I needed work and after go to the college, so I spent a lot of time just studying and working. So it's very hard sometimes because when you are at home, you need to spend time to study, for the college because you need to study in the college and you need to study at your home for the college too. And my college is very hard. I have a lot of subjects very hard, from mathematics, chemistry, this area. And it's hard sometimes to have a balance because, like I said, when I am at home, I need to study because I need to study to my college because I'm gonna have a test or something like that. So it's very hard to have a balance sometimes.
I imagine it's so hard. It's so difficult, yeah. Yeah. But if you like, I think it's different. When you do something and you like it, it's totally different. And yeah, but you need to have a balance to prevent I don't know, anxious, stress, uh, something like that. And yeah, okay, guys, let's move on. Juliano, I will continue with you. Please, could you read the next?
Yes, I can. And number three, how do you ensure that your work doesn't interfere with your personal and family responsibilities? I'm gonna be sincere. I think sometimes we can't control. So, for example, sometimes I need to go to the college because I have a test or something like that. but that would be something in my home, you know. My I don't know. I'm gonna my father don't live with me, but sometimes he comes in my house. Sometimes I need to go to the college and I can't be here, you know, because I need to go there to do a test or something like that. So sometimes it will interfere, you know, because it's impossible to control everything, you know. Sometimes I have a class that Saturday. What I can do, you know, I just need to go. But when I have this control, it's not a control, but sometimes I can have a balance, you know. So when I have I try, you know, but a lot of times it's hard, you know. I like to do anything, do nothing in my weekends, you know. I just really like to relax, spend time with my girlfriend, my family, because in the week it's very hard sometimes.
Um, I remember when I was in college, and sometimes I only wanted to sleep because it was so difficult. I had a class on Saturday, and it was so hard. I couldn't stay with my family to get out with my friends. And I understand, but I think he after it was best for you, I hope. But yeah, I think all the time there is a challenge. When we are in college, there is something difficult to overcome. And when you have a job, it's the same. I think we need to try to seek something that help us to maybe to have a balance, like it's my moment now, and I only I only I only will oh my gosh, I only will enjoy what I like to do, something like that. I think, yeah, if it's possible, for sure. Okay, thank you, Luis, Juliano. And now, Arnaldo, what do you think about this question?
Um, dur- During the school year, it is impossible to prevent my work from interfering with my family responsibility. And even weekends, I passed a lot of weekends, worked a lot. I often had things to do, but I tried not to work. And but for example, I dedicated specific hours for school-related tasks and avoid bringing for work home. I have been always exhausted for a long time during this period, and I I remember my effort to balance, but is very difficult to to achieve this this me.
Mm, It's difficult it's difficult to be adult sometimes all the time, I think.
Mm.
Uh,
I'm sorry.
Sorry.
I worked with approximately uh, 500 students
Oh
during
my gosh.
the year. I worked for 4 hours per week. It's a lot of bastante.
Oh my gosh. And they were teenagers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. Eu tô com pena de você. Because,
High school and elementary school,
mhm.
maybe high school biology.
Yeah, so hard.
Yeah.
Okay, Arnaldo, thank you. And you, Luis?
Well, nowadays I try to say no to my stakeholders, and I try to always to negotiate my deadlines because in the past I wasn't the guy that said no, and I every task I try to make, and now I try to be more realistic with my tasks, and I try to say no. But working technologies this is very complicated. But now I prioritize my personal life, to be honest, and I try to avoid to talk about work with my wife. I try to avoid work um, at the night and the weekends when it's possible. And I start some years ago to develop this routine and this behavior.
Uh, Luis, are you a musician, right?
Not a musician. I love to learn about music. I grew up learning piano,
Mm-hmm.
and I have a lot of instruments here. And for me, it's very natural play. But I don't consider myself a musician.
But you consider this activity that able to help you to have a good balance, work life.
Yes. Sometimes I spend a lot of time with mathematics, statistics, and sometimes I need to clean up my head, my mind.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes I like to play some things in piano. Sometimes I like to play guitar. But what make me feel truly relaxed is riding motorcycle. Ride motorcycle for me
Mm-hmm.
is much more than the therapy. When I go to weekends, when I go to the deep countryside in the rain, in the mud, when I am able to swim, camping, for me is the best part. But music for me is very natural, so it's like I don't know. I don't know how to explain. But relax for me is outside um, with my motorcycle.
Good, very good. I didn't know you like it, motorcycle.
Yes.
Yeah,
I'm
so good,
totally lunatic about motorcycle.
so good. Okay, Luis, could you read the next for us?
Okay, question number 4. What methods do you use to disconnect from work at the end of the day? My priority when I am with my wife, I try to not to use WhatsApp. I try to avoid talk with colleagues or I avoid because I like to be very away from my smartphone, and I try to cooking, watch a movie, play a game with my wife, and this kind of things. I avoid 100% to think about work.
Mm-hmm. I totally agree. I totally agree. I I think I forget totally about my work, and I focus what I'm doing, what I like to do, like I don't know, listen to music, uh, exercise. I think no exercise, but sometimes I like go for a walk and to reflect about my life. I like to put my phone and just to be silent and to reflect. I think it's good to study language. No study, but I like to listen to podcasts. I think it helps me. I consider a good activity. Watch videos, series, and sometimes I like to talk to my daughter. My daughter is 25, and 25, no, 27. 27, my daughter, and sometimes we like to talk to each other. And I think it's a good opportunity for me to stay close to her. And yeah, sometimes I like to play my little dog. And that's simple things. I feel good. And okay, thank you, Luis. And you, Arnaldo, what a method did you use to disconnect?
I used to, on a normal day, I try to spend time with my family or practice sports that I enjoyed. I play football. I play soccer with my friends twice a week. Um, on the other hand, the day was stressful with a certain student, for example. It was difficult to disconnect this my words and my last word. Yeah. But sometimes I get to think about the situation and other other times I'm trying to uh, listen to music and watching series or stay with my daughters, play with another things. I don't know. It's dependent situation.
Very good, very good. And
Yeah.
I would like to know if you would like to become a host like Diane, your wife.
She she speaks English very well. Uh, she like it a lot. We try to practice English and in our routine with our daughters. It's it's cool for us.
Yeah, she's amazing. Diane is amazing. She's
I
so
agree.
good.
I totally agree.
She speaks so well, and yeah, I would like my husband speaking English with me, but he don't like it at all. And unfortunately, I think it's good to have another person to practice.
Yeah,
I think it's good
yeah,
for
yeah,
both.
yeah. Do you learning uh French too? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd like to French it too in the future, the next future. But now I need to practice more my English skills because I think I'm intermediate or beginner.
I think I'm so beginning in French, but I think it's hard sometimes. I start to speak in English in the middle. I start speaking French, and it's crazy. It's so crazy, but I like it. It's like it's a challenge, and I think my brain is so active. Yeah. Thank you, Arnaldo. Juliano, your turn, please.
About this question, there are some methods some things that I like to do to forget about studies and general. That is go to the gym. I really like to go there. So I try go 5 days a week because I can take care of my body and my mind. And what else? I really like to watch movie series, read too, because when I do it, I can forget about studies, work, college. So I try do this other kind of errands. It's not errands because I like to do. It's something like leisure, entertainment, maybe, I don't know. But I really like that's it.
Yeah, Juliano, you said one thing, it's so important. It's so we need to take care our body, our mind, and to prevent mental disease, especially mental diseases. It's so hard. And I've been noticing a lot of people suffer about this. At my work, for example, I have some colleagues who get sick because they work and the so tough routine and it's no good, guys. It's our reality, and it's you need to to pay attention. I think our bodies talk. Our bodies talk when we again so sick, so stressed, so sad, and it's a moment to maybe to look for help, even professional help, and because it's so dangerous for our mental health. And yeah, that's my opinion. Thank you, Julian. And I'm gonna read the next, guys. The number 5. Um, when the deadlines are pressing, how do we ensure they don't affect your personal time? So in my case, because I work with the deadline and I try to be organized. I try to have a good schedule to accomplish my tasks and without, uh, for example, to take work home. I avoid it and I don't like it. And because this, I try to be as much as possible organized person to to um, to finish my tasks on time. And I think that's a way I don't get overwhelmed, and it's better for me for my routine. And yeah, I think for me, it's more about the organization to create a good schedule and to follow it as much as possible. Yeah. And for you, Arnaldo, what do you think about this?
According with you, I practice sometimes I practice the I practice it in the last moment. But honestly, I can't always prevent deadlines from affecting my personal time. Uh, as I said, I often had to deliver lesson plans when I delivery plans in school. The teachers is crazy because the plan is very, very hard for us. And when I deliver plans in a great assignment to to achieve the deadlines, it's very it was very difficult to separate my work life, yeah, to balance this, um, because a lot of activities to do every time.
Mm, It's difficult, especially for certain professional like teachers and yeah, who work at a hospital or security would be so hard. Yeah.
But oh sorry, but I think there are different difference between public school with particular school. I'm worked in particular school.
Mhm. Yeah, it's different.
Yeah.
I think public school maybe they have um I think no too much strict routine maybe. What do you think? Eu não sei se eu estou falando certo. Se nas escolas públicas eles teriam uma rotina menos rigorosa, talvez.
Depends because in particular school, the professor there's a lot of activities uh, to achieve deadlines and improve your grades. But I think the main difference, because we said about the public employee, public, the professional sometimes rest in your cargo, sei lá, descansa um pouco. Yeah, sometimes. But I remember I worked in public schools when I started to teach in school. And I remember there are a lot of teachers, sorry, I don't remember the word, excellent teachers, but the system is difficult to develop the work. Yeah. And particular school is easier compared to school, but there are a lot of activities. And yeah, that's it.
Yeah, it's a good point. I think in private school, there is a better structure that help you to work and instead of in a public school, uh, there is a lack of organization, maybe administration, support teachers, and I think it makes difference, maybe. Okay, and you, Luis. Thank you, Arnaldo.
Well, I totally agree about you said before, guys. And in my personal case, I think that I sometimes I don't deal in the best way with deadlines. If the deadline, if this deadline involve another co-work that don't was so aware about the deadline, but I always try to find some solution because it's part of the cooperative life, and I think that's is very. I think that's is I forgot the word, and I think that you need to deal with this situation a lot of times, and will happen at the same time of our lives. So I try to be more organized as possible as well, and I try to be always one step ahead from the problem. And but sometimes, like at the end of the year, like at the end of the in the half of the year, are two periods very stressed for me, and we just try to make the things working.
Very good. Thank you, Luis. Juliano, did you answer this question? Sorry.
Not yet.
No. Okay. Please.
About this question, whenever it is possible, is important set priorities, in errands and tasks, things like that, try have a good organization, but sometimes hard, like Arado was talking about, be a teacher, and teacher is a job that you need to work a lot at school and out of the school, because you need correct the tests and prepare the classes and do a lot of things. So some jobs is very very hard to have a balance, to set priorities, because you need to work a lot, in your job and out of your jobs, but whenever it's possible, try set priorities, to try do a good organization about our errands in general.
Hmm. I totally agree. Thank you, Juliano. Guys, I think we have time for one more question. Maybe you can answer in a quickly way. The last one, I think. When you notice that your work-life balance is being affected, what do you do to regain that harmony? What do you think about this question, Arnaldo? The last one.
Sorry, the question number? What the
11.
number? 11,
11.
okay.
Uh,
Last. When you notice that your work life balance is being affected. Really. Uh, uh, I have some practice to organize my mind, because in this moment I'm say more tranquilo compared with 1 year ago or 2 years ago, mainly during this period of COVID, for us, for all professors all around Brazil and around the world. It's very difficult to teach about the internet. But I remember I tried to practice some activities to rest my mind. For example, I used to practice breathing, diaphragmatic breathing, because it's a practice to such as practice yoga, musician, or no, cantores, I don't, and practice is relaxing my mind. And I try to talk about with my wife, to discuss about the and together we come up with new ideas or change our routine and change attitudes to improve our situation. Yeah.
It's good. It's so good to have someone who can support you, talk uh, uh, to up your mood, and yeah, it's totally it makes totally difference in our life. So yeah, it's amazing. Thank you, Arnaldo. And Juliano, for you.
About this question, it's it's a little hard to to answer because I think everything depends on stages, you know. Sometimes we are working a lot because we really need, sometimes we are studying a lot because we really need to, you know. So I think everything depends on stages, you know. So for example, nowadays I'm studying a lot because I know it will be good for me in the future. So it's a stage. Maybe in the future I can study a little less because I will be leaving other stage. So it's very hard to answer this question. You know, I think that everything depends on stage. You just need to understand the stage that you are and see that you really need uh dedicate a lot to do it, or you need change a little bit, you know, your behavior. So I think that's it. Everything depends on the stage that you are living.
Yeah. So good, very good. Congratulations, Juliano. I think the same. I think you can live each state per moment and day by day and try to deal with the best way possible for you. And yeah. Luis, go ahead.
Yes, I totally agree about said you guys said before, and I try always to be to be one step further, and to try to avoid routine mistakes and some problems in the work. So I always try to be aware about my tasks and be very realistic about them.
So good, so good. Thank you, Luis. Guys, I would like to thank you all, Luis, Arnaldo, Juliano, for coming, for your time. I hope you enjoyed this conversation. I put the link of survey and feel free to get let your opinion if you like, if you don't like, okay? And I hope to see you in the next time. Unfortunately, we don't have much time because there is another emergency coming. So thank you guys.